Every trader is on the hunt for that secret sauce, right? That one perfect edge. But what if I told you the single biggest key to winning has almost nothing to do with what happens during market hours? It's all about what you do before that opening bell even thinks about ringing.
So let me ask you this. What's the single biggest thing that can wreck your trading account? Is it a sudden market crash? A bad news report? Nope. The real enemy is a lot closer to home.
That's right. The answer is staring right back at you in the mirror. The real war isn't fought on the charts, it's fought in the 6 inches between your ears. It's your emotions, your impulses. That's what truly determines whether you succeed or fail. It's like the legendary trading coach Mark Douglas said, the consistency you're looking for is in your mind, not in the markets. And look, this isn't just some feel-good theory. The data is crystal clear. When you're trading from a calm, neutral state, you've got a pretty solid 68% success rate. But watch what happens when emotions hijack your brain. Fear, it slices your success rate in half. And greed or anger, forget about it. You're basically just gambling at that point. This is the hard data behind why you have losing days. And here's what that looks like in your bank account. Emotional trading, revenge trading, FOMO, it doesn't just feel bad, it leads to a staggering negative 28% return on average. But discipline trading, that leads to a positive 42% return. The gap between those two bars, well, that's the difference between blowing up your account and building a career. So if the problem is our own mind, how in the world do we fix it? Well, we have to completely change how we see ourselves. We need to stop thinking like we're just clicking buttons and start thinking like an elite athlete. This quote just nails it. Think about it. A pro athlete would never, ever just roll out of bed and stumble onto the field for the championship game, right? Of course not. They have a whole routine, a warm-up, to get their body and their mind ready to perform at the highest level. For us, the market is our stadium, and our morning routine, that's our warm-up. So let's build that routine. Let's create our own pre-market playbook. This is your step-by-step guide to getting into that peak performance state every single day. And our playbook has 3 core pillars. It's really simple. Number 1, we've got to condition the mind. Number 2, we condition the body, because you can't have one without the other. And only then, number 3, do we do our game day prep, which is the actual market stuff. Okay, first up, mind conditioning. This is all about getting your head straight before the chaos of the market begins. We're talking about things like meditation to quiet the noise, journaling to figure out what triggers your bad decisions, visualization to mentally rehearse a perfect trade, and even gratitude to just ground yourself. These are your tools to build an emotional fortress. And hey, if you think this is some kind of soft, fluffy stuff, listen to this. Ray Dalio, the guy who founded Bridgewater, one of the biggest and most successful hedge funds on the planet, said that meditation was the single biggest ingredient to his success. When a guy managing billions says that, I think we should probably listen. And get this, the impact is totally measurable. Just doing visualization exercises, literally closing your eyes and picturing yourself executing your plan flawlessly, can cut down your emotional trading mistakes by a whopping 38%. You're training your brain for discipline before you even place a trade. All right, on to pillar number 2, body conditioning. Look, you can't have a razor-sharp mind if your body is running on fumes. Trading is a surprisingly physical job, even if we're just sitting down. So we've got to focus on exercise, sleep, and nutrition. It's the foundation for everything else. And the change is, well, it's instant. You know that feeling, right? You start a workout with your mind just a mess of anxiety and scattered thoughts, and by the end, even after just 15 minutes, everything is clear. You're focused. That's not an accident. It's one of the best brain hacks there is. And let's talk about sleep. Because for a trader, it is everything. When you're running on empty, your decision-making is shot, you have zero patience, and every little market move stresses you out. But when you get those solid 6 to 7 hours, your mind is fresh, you can wait for the perfect setup, and you can handle the pressure. Sleep is a competitive advantage, period. So now that our mind and body are dialed in, now we can finally turn to the charts. This is game day prep, and it's very deliberate. First, you get the big picture of the market. Then you read over your personal trading plan, your rules. And for the love of all that is holy, you use a pre-trade checklist. And that checklist, it's not just busy work. It is your secret weapon. Traders who consistently use a simple checklist have been shown to boost their success rate by as much as 42%. Why? Because it stops you from making dumb, impulsive decisions. It's the final gatekeeper between your emotions and your mouse click.
It's just like professional boxer Raushi Waran said, you'd never see a fighter step into the ring without a game plan. Your trading plan is your game plan, and reviewing it every morning makes sure you're executing that plan, not just getting punched in the face by the market.
Okay, we have the playbook, mind-body prep. But what's the real magic here? Why does this whole routine actually work? It all comes down to a really cool psychological idea.
It's called the snowball effect. Just picture a tiny snowball at the very top of a huge, snowy mountain. As it starts to roll, it picks up a little more snow, and a little more, and it gets bigger and faster, until by the time it reaches the bottom, it's this unstoppable force. That's exactly what happens with discipline. Every small win, meditating, working out, making your bed, adds to the snowball, building momentum that you carry right into your trading session.
The author James Clear just absolutely nailed it with this one. We all have goals, right? Like, I want to be a profitable trader. But your goals don't determine your success. Your systems do. Your morning routine, your pre-market playbook. That is the system that ensures you perform at your best. Without it, you just fall back to your old bad habits. And this, right here, is maybe the most important takeaway of all. You don't magically find discipline when the market opens and things are going crazy. The market is just where your existing discipline gets tested. Real, lasting discipline is built in the small choices you make all day long, away from the screen. It's a lifestyle.
So let's bring it all home. What's the one thing you need to burn into your brain from all this?
It's this. The market is just the arena. It's the stage where you show up to perform. But the game, the actual battle, that's won or lost in the quiet hours of the morning, long before that opening bell ever rings. So, I'll leave you with a challenge. Don't try to change everything all at once. Just think about that little snowball. What is the one tiny, easy habit you can start tomorrow morning to get your own snowball of discipline rolling? Pick one and just begin.